You know that feeling of a deep, unseen struggle, like roots snapping under the surface? Well, today we're jumping straight into a concept that hits hard and fast, grit by Angela Duckworth. And right out of the gate, this book throws a massive curveball at how we usually think about effort.
Listen, you're not quitting. Your roots are literally starving. This book exposes what it calls the unseen insult of our efforts. Think about it. Your top-level leaf looks totally calm, bright green, and is performing perfect health for everyone else. But down below, the hidden roots are desperately twisting for water. The leaf is just what we show the world, but the root is what actually keeps us alive.
As Angela Duckworth points out so brilliantly, enthusiasm is just that visible leaf. It's super common. Everybody has it on day one. But true endurance, that is incredibly rare. True effort means you have to keep returning to one living aim. That's the absolute core biological truth in this book, grit. You can't just want endurance. You build it by continuously returning to the soil.
So here at Go Wise, we always like to start exactly where the excuse still feels pretty wise. You have to ask yourself, did you actually choose the wrong path, or did you simply never take the time to build the soil? Before you totally abandon the root, you need to biologically test your effort.
Now let's look at a pretty harsh reality. We constantly tell ourselves, well, when the passion fades, I obviously made the wrong choice. But here is the reality slap. When you constantly chase a brand new passion just because that initial sweet feeling faded, your effort is never going to compound into an actual identity. You're dismantling your own progress. You're literally just replanting shallow seeds over and over again.
This book fundamentally redefines these terms, and it's a real game changer. Passion isn't just some constant sweet chemical high. It is cultivated contact. It's the exact direction a root keeps choosing, even when it's pitch black down there. And perseverance? That's simply the return after the soil resists. It's not magic, it's biology. And that brings us to the trap you're probably stuck in right now. Option 1. You replant every single time the soil dries out, dooming yourself to stay shallow forever. Or option 2. You force one completely dead seed to live, and you convince yourself that this heroic stagnation is loyalty. Both of these are losing games. And this painful dilemma happens entirely because passion gets completely misread as a constant state of chemistry.
But we can resolve this false dilemma by running what we call the root biopsy. Ask yourself 3 things. Has it survived boredom? Has it survived slow results? And does it ask for water even when the pride leaves? Grit grows when a top-level aim keeps receiving trained return, not when you're just sitting around, passively waiting for a sign from the leaf.
Okay, this brings us to a second false belief we need to completely shatter. The idea that if I just work hard enough, the right goal will eventually reveal itself. It's like staring into a glass rooting jar, waiting for magic. This is the incredibly dangerous assumption that blind, unadjusted effort will eventually just work out on its own.
So why just the number 2? Because in grit, effort actually counts twice. First, effort turns your talent into skill. Then, effort turns that skill into achievement. But if you're just pressing against the exact same drywall day after day without any deliberate immune adaptation, that isn't grit. That is biological neglect. You absolutely must change your contact with the stress.
We really need to replace that old mindset with the biological realities of this book. In the old model, passion chose you. In the new one, passion is grown under contact. Hope used to be a mood. Now it's a trained signal. We used to think every exit was a weakness, but actually, some exits are just basic hygiene. Deliberate practice isn't just mindless strain. It acts as the exact targeted pressure that makes the organism wiser.
And look at how this completely redefines hope. Hope isn't some sweet mood you wait around to feel. It is a biological memory built entirely through repeated contact. When a root senses water after putting in the effort, that signal gets trained. It literally makes your entire biological system less fragile over time.
So this brings us back to Go Wise for a second time, taking all of this practice and turning it into a working philosophy. What part of your effort actually creates a new signal? Test your soil right now. You need to see if your effort is actually exposing a weakness that can be strengthened, or if it's literally just repeating the exact same familiarity over and over again.
Section 1. The goal hierarchy. Pruning the dead shoot. I just want you to step back and honestly ask yourself, did you actually choose the wrong goal, or did you simply refuse to prune the dead branches?
Here is your second major dilemma. Option 1, you quit early just to protect possibility, which means you literally never learn what a mature root feels like. Or option 2, you keep watering a poisoned root. You might mistake that sunk cost for loyalty, but in grit, keeping a poisoned branch around actually steals language from true loyalty.
Right, so let's execute the prune check. 1. Does the habit drain water but no longer actually serve the root? 2. Does it protect your pride way more than the actual aim? And 3. Does it repeat pain without improving contact? Cutting low-level tactics is not a betrayal, guys. It is selective allegiance to your top aim.
And this brings us full circle to resolve that feeling we started with. You weren't quitting. Your root was just unfed or maybe overcrowded. Remember, the living organism owes life a clear path. The living root judges by future flow, not by past decay.
So, the absolute crucial point is this final verdict from this book. The greatest waste of your energy is misreading the biological signal. Dryness can mean abandon, dryness can mean train, or dryness can mean prune. We are shifting the task entirely away from performative pain and moving straight into clinical diagnosis.
At upgowise.com, access your growth map. Do this right now before the leaf performs health again, and while you can still see the root clearly.
Because the truth is, roots reveal the real vow. Grit demands that you look past the canopy, all the way down into the dark, where the real work actually happens.
This is the decision. Make it now. If not now, not ever.
Your 24-hour micro-experiment. Choose one living goal. Water one practice block for 25 minutes. Note if resistance means boredom, poor method, or prune.